On October 30th, 2023, a deputy responded to a domestic harassment call and made an arrest grounded in 3 separate criminal statutes.
So, yeah, see, even if you zoom in on it, you can't, there is no name right
Yeah.
But she is not taking land.
Yeah.
I mean, I can show you my boxes because I had to go buy more. And like I said, they ain't cheap.
Yeah, no, I
And
know.
then they're about to be busted. Hope you have more.
Okay. Do you have any screenshots of any of the threats other than that one?
She's
or
really
not?
smart about that
Yeah.
stuff. She's still over there. DCFS will be called since your kids are home alone. They were with me, so I don't even know what the hell she was talking about.
I mean, if not, it's not a big deal. Just
But here she is threatening me. Well, keep my little girls. That's what she does. Every time she was at my house in Tolono, and they probably have a report of it, every single time she was arrested, she claimed I raped her daughter.
okay.
But yet, she still would bring her around. I mean, there's just all, I mean, this is all from her. What, this is all from today. 12, 3, I mean, this is all her. 14, no caller ID, that's her. But, so this is all, so 7:31 this morning, that's when it started, 4, 2. I mean, just non-stop, and then it goes back to her actual personal number. I don't know how that's not harassment.
It is. It is harassment.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
my
it's all
dog's
right.
in here, so-
No, that's all right. Can I talk to Crystal real quick?
I'm sorry.
Crystal, can I talk to her real quick?
Yeah. Yes.
Hey, Crystal, I'm Deputy Rasmus from the County Sheriff's office. What's going on between you and Garrett over here?
You stand here. He kicked me out yesterday, and
Okay.
that's it. I came over here to help her dog.
I
Got
called
hit.
her as soon as my dog got hit to see if she was over there and saw anything.
Okay. No, that's fine, but I mean, I know there's I have the screenshots of it being taken by you and broken.
I paid for that.
I'm not saying you didn't.
I know. I
But-
paid for that. I'm allowed to have that.
Well,
He has my checkbook over there. He's not getting
well,
it back.
technically, you're not allowed to have somebody else's prescription medication. So,
No, but he has my checkbook that he
okay,
is.
but that doesn't mean you can break the
That's
law,
right.
right? So, and then there's I don't know how many. I haven't even counted them yet. All the missed calls on his phone.
He does
Okay.
this because you want to see all the missed calls on my phone?
Sure, I'll look at both sides.
No,
That's fine.
That's fine. But this is what he does when he's in the wrong.
That's why I'm trying to get your side. You said nothing was happening.
Nothing is happening. I don't want nothing to do with him. He still has my stuff. He won't give it back.
Okay.
And I came over here to help her dog.
Okay.
And you can obviously see his back legs.
I understand.
I've been over here talking to her. This is what he does. He always calls the cops because he can't deal with this. He can't.
Okay.
He thinks I'm psycho crazy. I have a background of that. Don't get me wrong. You can look at my track record.
I don't know. I haven't looked at anything.
I know.
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
I know. He is what he does.
Okay.
He wants me to go to jail, and he wants.
But he wants her to come back over there.
Exactly.
Okay.
I lived there for.
Okay.
He kicked me and my daughter out because he's jealous of my son, a 19-year-old son. So yeah, you can ask. We have all text messages that we were getting along.
Okay.
We were getting along just fine. I moved in his house for a little bit till I found somewhere to move to.
Okay.
He kicked me out. Yeah, I took his. I'm not gonna lie about that, obviously.
No,
But I paid for that medicine. That's his prescription medicine. I paid for it. I have the debit card on file where I paid for it at Myers.
Okay.
I'm allowed to have that. No, I know that legally I'm not.
Yeah. I mean,
But-
I get the paid for part,
Yeah,
but it's
that-
still a prescription medication, so you can't take that. But I get it. That's
It
neither
wasn't
here nor
like
there.
a controlled substance
Right.
or whatever. And I know I have over there, so that's controlled substance. Just the stuff like that. He calls you guys to try to get me in trouble.
I mean, he also said that today the battery came up missing out of his garage door
Oh,
opener.
geez. This
So-
is what he does.
Okay.
This is what he does. A battery.
Okay, so
Because-
like I said, I'm not here to take you to jail, okay? But I'm also not the kind of cop that's going to keep doing this over and over again.
Yeah.
So I'm not being an ass, and I'll tell him the same thing.
I try not to be a bitch.
I'll tell him the same thing. But if this is going to continue, then I will, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So please do your part to not be calling him a bunch, not be going over there, whatever. Because at this point, I'm going to tell both sides, since you said that you have calls from him too.
Oh, yeah.
If it continues, I know and I know a lot of people are using this new law to their advantage, so that we can't arrest stuff.
Yeah.
But if it continues, it becomes stalking, and I can arrest for stalking, and I will, okay? Just because I'm not going to keep coming out here for this stuff.
It's
So,
ridiculous.
yeah.
But this is what he does. He wants me to go to jail. He's put me in jail 5 times. 5 times.
Wow.
Because he's a
Okay.
And this is what he wants.
Okay.
And he just, I'll call cop. Go ahead. What do you want me to do?
Well, that's why I'm saying now, I'm not
Uh-huh.
taking somebody to jail the first time, but that's why I just go ahead and on Bodycam, I'll tell both
Yeah.
sides. If it continues, I'll just make the arrest and be done with it, okay?
Under 720 ILCS 5/12-7.3. Stalking requires a course of conduct, 2 or more acts, causing a reasonable person to fear for their safety. The subject contacted the complainant within 2 minutes of a formal on-camera warning. That single interval satisfied the course of conduct element without ambiguity.
Like, should
So,
I keep on calling the cops on him? You know?
If something's going to happen, yeah, it's fine, absolutely. Because otherwise, it's going to be his word against yours, and you're going to go in there, and he's going to have all these police reports that show
Oh,
stuff,
that's
and you're
what
going
he
to have
does.
nothing.
That's what he does.
So if something is happening on your side, then yes, call, okay? Because like I said, I'm going to just put it out there now to both sides
Mm-hmm.
that if it continues, whichever side continues it, I'll just make the arrest and be done. Just can't get away. Hey, Crystal.
We played last weekend and then we're playing in 2 weeks.
Can I talk to you outside for a sec?
You're not going to arrest me, are you?
Well, I don't know.
Is this for an OP?
It is.
Yes, I figured that's.
The one from Garrett. From
Yeah.
The other night we talked.
Yeah.
And
Am I ever going to get my checkbook and my medicine back?
Well, I don't know. He says that he doesn't have it.
He does.
He said that day you went in there and got all your stuff.
I didn't get all my stuff.
Okay.
But I filed a police report on it.
Okay.
So,
That's fine. And then that night, when I talked to you, I thought we were on the agreement that you weren't going to contact him anymore.
well, yeah.
And that lasted all of about 90 seconds.
No, it was about a couple hours.
I cleared the call at 6:46, and at 6:48, I have screenshots of you already trying to contact him. So less
I
than
got
2
it.
minutes.
It's just, he does this. And then he'll call me in 2 weeks. And like, oh, I miss you. Come back. I've already had an OP on me from him.
Yeah.
He's afraid that I'm going to get him fired from the job or he's going to lose his kids. He comes here and drinks and drives with his kids. Always has beer in his car.
Okay.
So this is what he does. And I'm okay with it. I don't want nothing to.
Yeah, that's the understanding we had the other night, was that you were okay with it and you were just going to be done.
Yeah,
If he did
but-
call you in 2 weeks, you were going to say, look, I'm not going through this anymore. I
I
don't
knew
want
that-
this life anymore.
I knew he was going to do this. This is what he does. He makes this shit. And then he's a piece of shit.
Well, like I said, the other issue, that night we talked, you were going
Yeah.
to stop. And then less than 2 minutes, you're contacting him. And then you contact him saying that you're an Edgar County deputy wanting a statement, but it's actually you. So that you're not stopping.
I know.
Why did you say you were an Edgar County deputy or that an Edgar
Because I
County?
knew he would answer. I knew he
Exactly.
because I'm the person, I want closure, and I'll alone. But he doesn't talk.
The subject also admitted to impersonating a law enforcement officer under 720 ILCS 5/32-5, a Class 4 felony carrying 1 to 3 years imprisonment. Her stated motive, "I knew he would answer," establishes the knowing element of the statute directly, on camera, without prompting. Under Illinois v. Gates, 1983, probable cause is assessed by the totality of circumstances. The deputy's evidentiary basis at the time of arrest was overwhelming. However, admissions regarding the impersonation and explicit video were elicited before Miranda warnings were issued, a procedural gap with suppression implications. Miranda v. Arizona, 1966, requires warnings prior to custodial interrogation. The threshold question is when a reasonable person would no longer feel free to leave.
You don't always get closure, though.
I know, but
You're not always entitled to it. You can want it, but
doesn't.
that doesn't mean you get it.
I know.
But what causes this closure?
I don't.
You know that it was wrong to say you're Edgar County
Yeah,
deputy?
I know.
Okay.
It
You know
is.
it's wrong to continue to keep contacting him.
Well, now it is because
Well, no, let's be honest.
Yeah.
You've already been arrested for stalking in the past, right?
yeah, I
Okay, so
have.
you know what stalking is, correct?
But
Hold on.
okay.
Correct. You know what
sorry.
stalking is, right?
Yes, I sure do.
You feel like what you're doing is considered the statute of stalking.
Yeah,
Okay.
to the point. Yeah.
Okay. And have you contacted him since this deputy's had contact?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I'm not
Have you
gonna
sent?
look
Have
at
you have you called him a whole bunch of times since then?
it. No, I wouldn't say a whole bunch of times.
Have you
no.
sent him any videos?
Yes.
Okay. What
I'm sure
videos
you-
have you? Let's be honest. We probably know what they are, but
Yes,
let's be
I
honest.
have,
What
because
videos
that's
have
what-
you sent him?
Do I have to say?
I'd just like you to be honest.
I am honest. You know,
Okay.
I just said
What kind of
something.
videos have you sent him?
It was an inappropriate video. I'm not
Is it an inappropriate video of your nether region?
Yes. Did you see that?
Yeah, nether region.
Why would he show you that? That's like fucking.
I don't know that he
So-
wanted that.
No, but that's what he does. That's what he does. He'll tell me like, oh, let's do this.
We can issue that in a second. If you want, whatever you want to do, Derek.
I just don't understand why he's okay. But if I want to go put an OP on him, they wouldn't have done anything.
Christina,
Crystal.
Crystal.
Yes.
Crystal. At what point is this enough?
I think.
And at what point will we reach a point, all of us together, where you'll finally decide that no matter what, closure be damned.
Yeah.
I just got to stop because it's causing you a whole bunch of trouble.
Oh, it is. It is. Ever since I met him,
Okay.
because he can't seem to. Always
Are you
has-
done with him? Yes or no?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So then, what's the
That's-
point of contacting him?
It's not now because he just has. I don't want.
He's gonna issue you this, okay?
Yeah, it's fine. But I don't have to go. I'm not going to jail, am I?
Well, yes, you're going
Yes.
to jail.
What?
You're under arrest.
No, let me go.
You're under arrest.
Put your hand behind your back. Don't resist. Don't. Resisting is bad for you. That's another charge. Don't resist. You are a nice person. You're not going to resist. That's not good for
I
you.
can't go to jail.
Don't
Am I-
resist.
I told you
Don't
that night if it continued, you
resist.
would, and you said it wasn't to continue, and you didn't even wait 2 minutes.
Don't resist.
Well,
I'm begging you.
Who is going to bartend for me?
I'm going to go in and
I'll
talk to
call
him.
Ryan or Crystal, and
Yep.
I can't. I'm already on probation. Now they're going to see
I know
this.
that's the problem. You're on probation. I gave you a chance to not get arrested, so I could have arrested you that night, and I didn't because we were on the agreement that it was going to stop. And
Why
it
am I
hasn't
getting
stopped.
arrested tonight? Why can't you just send me that and just let me go?
Because I already told you that night I will arrest you if this continues, and you said you understood.
But you said, well, the laws has changed. You said the laws has changed.
Right. I said that
But-
because you said that we can't arrest for certain things. I said, but stalking is still arrestable, and if this continues, it is stalking, and
Why
I will
is it
arrest
stalking
you.
when he was literally still texting me? He could still text me.
And I told you that night. It's on camera. Either side that continues it will be arrested. He has called multiple times and said that you continued it.
I can't fucking have this shit. I don't understand why he gets away with
That is why I
everything.
gave you the chance to not get arrested the other night. And then that bit me.
Now I'm gonna call my daughter from jail once again. So he called you guys and said, hey, she sent me a video. And
He's called me multiple times because you keep contacting him daily.
The deputy receives a B+. His decision to warn before arresting reflects proportionality. His documentation was precise, and his arrest technique legally sound. The Miranda gap is the sole procedural concern, not a constitutional violation per se, but sufficient to challenge the admissibility of specific statements in court. The subject receives a C-, She had legitimate civil grievances. She chose to pursue them through conduct that met the statutory definition of the offenses charged. Key lesson: a verbal warning issued on camera creates an evidentiary record, but officers must transition to formal Miranda advisement before eliciting admissions. For citizens, civil disputes do not authorize criminal conduct. Impersonating an officer to compel a response forfeits any legal high ground. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching.